Have you ever thought that coding was, just for geniuses? Or that building a program was way too complicated? Well, we are about to completely bust that myth. In just the next few minutes, we're going to pull back the curtain on the programming language Python and build your very first, fun, interactive program. Together. Let's get into it.
This quote, it just nails it, right? This is the heart of why so many people are falling in love with Python. See, unlike other languages that feel like you're learning some kind of cryptic alien grammar, Python is built to be readable, to be intuitive. It really just gets out of your way so you can focus on bringing your ideas to life. So, what makes Python the perfect place to start? Well, it hits this amazing sweet spot. It's powerful enough that giant companies like Google and Netflix use it every single day, but it's also simple enough that you can start building cool stuff almost right away without getting totally stuck in the weeds.
So let's break down what that really means for you. First off, it's easy to read and write. It almost looks like plain English. That means you spend less time trying to remember complicated rules and more time actually creating. Second, it lets you do incredibly useful things right from the get-go, like automating those boring, repetitive tasks. And finally, this isn't just a hobby. It's one of the most in-demand skills on the job market today. Seriously. And to prove just how simple this can be, we're going to build our first program using just 3 core commands. I want you to think of them less like code and more like simple spells that tell the computer exactly what you want it to do.
Okay, our very first spell is print. This is about as fundamental as it gets. It's your way of telling the computer, hey, put this on the screen. It's how you see your results and, really, how your program talks to the world. And just like that, with this one single line, you've written a complete program. This is often the very first thing any programmer ever learns, and it just proves how direct Python is. You tell it to do something, and boom, it does it. No fuss.
Spell number 2 is something called a variable. The best way to think about this is like a labeled box. It's a container where you can store a piece of information. Doesn't matter if it's a name, a number, or a color, you just pop it in the box, give that box a name, and then you can use it whenever you want later on.
And our third and final spell for today is input. So if printing is how the computer talks to us, inputting is how we talk back. This little command is what makes your program interactive. It just pauses everything and waits for someone to type something in and hit enter.
All right, we've learned our 3 spells: print, variables, and input. Now we're ready to actually build something. We're going to create a classic Mad Libs game. And it's the perfect first project because it's fun and it uses every single tool we just talked about.
Now, before we write a single line of code, we need a blueprint, a game plan. Here's ours, in 4 simple steps. First, we'll ask the user for some words using our input spell. Second, we'll store their answers in our variables, our little labeled boxes. Third, we'll arrange those variables inside a little story we write. And finally, we'll show the result on the screen using our print spell. See how all the pieces are starting to fit together?
Okay, enough talk. It's time to turn that blueprint into a real, working program. Let's write some code. Here we go. This is the code for our first 2 steps. Each line does exactly what we planned. The input function asks a question, and then whatever the user types gets stored in that variable on the left. So after these 3 lines run, we're going to have a color, a plural noun, and a celebrity, all saved away in their own little boxes. So here's what's actually happening when the code runs. Our program shows the prompts you see on the left. And let's say the user types in these hilarious answers on the right. Python now has 3 variables stored in its memory. Color is holding the word magenta, plural noun is holding microwaves, and celebrity is holding Tom Hanks. And now for the final steps, the payoff, combining and printing. We use our print spell to build out the story. See how we're combining plain text inside the quotes with our variables? That little plus sign just sticks the pieces together. So Rose's R gets mashed together with whatever is inside that color variable.
And here it is, the grand finale. This is the actual output of our program. Roses are magenta, microwaves are blue, I love Tom Hanks. How cool is that? With just 6 simple lines of code, we created an interactive program that made something totally unique and funny. That right there, that's the magic of programming.
So you did it. You actually built a program. But look, this is just the beginning, the launchpad. The skills you just used today are the absolute foundation for building pretty much anything you can imagine. Pretty soon, you'll learn about things like lists, which let you store whole collections of items, not just one. You'll use if statements to make your program smart so they can actually make decisions. You'll organize your code with functions, and you'll use loops to do things over and over again. Each one of these is like a powerful new tool for your toolbox. But don't forget the power of what you just accomplished today. Every complex app, every amazing video game, every powerful tool out there, it all started just like this, with one idea, one little program, one successful first step.
You've just seen for yourself that coding isn't some secret, impossible skill. It's a creative process, and you've already proven that you can do it. So really, the only question that matters now is, what are you going to build next?